Number 15, the country living in the year 2975. Welcome to the future. If you check your phone, it says we are in the 21st century. But the moment you step onto Moroccan soil, you have technically traveled 950 years into the future. While the world follows the Gregorian calendar, Morocco operates on a unique dual time system. For the indigenous Amazigh Berber people, the original inhabitants of North Africa, the current year is 2975. This isn't science fiction, it is ancient history kept alive. Unlike the Islamic Hijri calendar, which is lunar and religious, the Amazigh calendar is agrarian and tied to the seasons. But where does this 950-year gap come from? It resets the clock to 950 BC, marking a monumental historical event. The moment the Berber king Chefchaouen I ascended to the throne of ancient Egypt, becoming a pharaoh and founding the 22nd dynasty. This victory was so significant that it became year one for the Berber people. For centuries, this calendar was unofficial. However, Morocco has recently officially recognized Yanair, the Amazigh New Year, as a national holiday. Every January, families gather to eat a special couscous with a hidden date seed inside. Whoever finds it is blessed with good luck for the year. So, when you visit Morocco, don't panic if you see a date that looks wrong. You haven't left Earth. You have just entered a civilization that remembers its roots far longer than most. Number 14, the European borders inside Africa. The only place where you can walk into Europe without leaving Africa. Geographically, Morocco is firmly in North Africa. But look closer at the map, and you will find a geopolitical anomaly that exists nowhere else on Earth. Sitting entirely inside Moroccan territory are two autonomous Spanish cities, Ceuta and Melilla. These are not embassies or military bases. They are full-fledged European cities on the African mainland. They have been under Spanish control for centuries, Melilla since 1497 and Ceuta since 1668, long before the modern state of Morocco existed. This creates a bizarre reality. You can be standing in Africa, cross a single street, and suddenly you are in the European Union. The currency changes to the euro, the laws become Spanish, and the atmosphere shifts from the Maghreb to the Mediterranean. However, this unique border is also one of the most fortified in the world. Surrounded by 6-meter-high fences topped with razor wire, these cities are the front line of migration between the two continents. While Morocco claims these territories as their own, comparing them to Gibraltar, they remain a stubborn remnant of colonial history. It is a surreal experience where a simple passport stamp takes you between two worlds that are only meters apart. Number 13, the real-life Hollywood of Africa. You have seen this country 100 times, but you didn't realize it. Welcome to Ouarzazate, a desert city affectionately known as Ouallywood, or the Hollywood of Africa. If you have watched Gladiator, Game of Thrones, The Mummy, or Lawrence of Arabia, you haven't been looking at ancient Rome or fictional Westeros. You have been looking at Morocco. Why here? It is all about the light. Cinematographers claim the sunlight in this region has a unique golden quality that cannot be replicated anywhere else. Combined with diverse landscapes that can double for the Middle East, the Himalayas, or even Mars, Morocco has become the world's favorite movie set. The crown jewel is Ait Ben Haddou, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This ancient Ksar, fortified village, made of earth and clay, has stood for centuries. Today, only a handful of families actually live inside the old fortress. The rest have moved to modern homes across the river. But the village remains frozen in time, sustained by the film industry. It is a strange economic ecosystem. Entire villages rely on Hollywood productions, with locals working as extras, one day playing an Egyptian slave, the next day a Roman soldier. Number 12, the mystery of the tree-climbing goats. The gravity-defying goats of the Sousse Valley. In most parts of the world, goats are ground-dwelling animals, but in southwestern Morocco, they have evolved into skilled acrobats. Driving through the countryside, it is common to see a surreal sight. Entire herds of goats perched high atop the thorny branches of argan trees, looking like birds preparing to take flight. This isn't a circus trick trained for tourists. It is an evolutionary adaptation for survival. In this arid climate, food is scarce on the ground. The argan tree produces a bitter fruit that the goats find irresistible. They climb up to eat the pulp, but they cannot digest the hard nut inside. This leads to one of the most unusual agricultural partnerships in history. Traditionally, farmers would collect the nuts that passed through the goats' digestive systems. Yes, their poop. Because the process softened the shell. Inside that nut is the kernel used to make argan oil, often called liquid gold. It is one of the rarest and most expensive oils in the world, prized for cooking and high-end cosmetics. While modern production has become more hygienic, the image of the flying goats remains the perfect symbol of Moroccan resilience. finding a way to thrive in even the harshest conditions. Number 11. The nation of cultural chameleons, the people who break every African stereotype. If you ask someone to picture an African, they might have a specific image in mind. Morocco will shatter that image completely. Walking through the streets of Fez or Tangier, you will see a genetic tapestry that tells the story of thousands of years of conquest. You will find Moroccans with dark skin, but also many with pale skin, bright red hair, and piercing green or blue eyes. This diversity comes from layers of history. The original inhabitants, the Berbers, Amazigh, have roots in West Asia. Then came the Phoenicians, Romans, Vandals from Europe, Arabs from the East, and later the French and Spanish. This mix has created a nation of linguistic chameleons. Morocco has two official languages, Amazigh and Arabic, but the local dialect, Darija, is a unique cocktail of Arabic grammar mixed with Berber vocabulary and spiced with French and Spanish loanwords. It is so distinct that Arabic speakers from the Middle East often need subtitles to understand Moroccan movies. It is standard for a Moroccan to switch between 4 languages in a single conversation. In a world of barriers, Moroccans have mastered the art of being a bridge between cultures. Number 10. You are the liver of my life. Forget the heart. In Morocco, love lives in the liver. If a Moroccan man wants to tell a woman he loves her deeply, he won't say, "You conquered my heart." He will say, "Ntina kabda diali," which literally translates to, "You are my liver." This sounds medical and unromantic, but in traditional Moroccan belief, the liver is the center of well-being, emotion, and life itself. A healthy liver means a healthy soul. So, being called someone's liver is actually the highest form of endearment. But alongside love comes fear. Morocco is a land of deep superstition. One rule every tourist must know: never pour hot water down the sink without saying a prayer first. Locals believe that drain pipes are the homes of jinns, spirits, and pouring boiling water might burn them, causing them to seek revenge on you. Another sacred rule involves bread. Bread is considered a gift from God, baraka. You will never see a Moroccan throw bread in the trash. If a piece falls on the ground, they will pick it up, kiss it, and place it on a wall for birds to eat. To waste bread is to invite bad luck and poverty. Number 9. The Bride Market of the Atlas Mountains, the festival where you go shopping for a wife. Deep in the high Atlas Mountains, in the village of Imilchil, one of the world's most unusual traditions, the Imilchil Marriage Festival. Legend says 2 lovers from rival tribes cried themselves to death because they couldn't marry, creating 2 lakes with their tears. To prevent this tragedy from happening again, the tribes established this festival. Every September, thousands of Berbers gather here. It is often called a bride market, but that implies buying and selling, which isn't accurate. It is more of a massive speed dating event. Unlike conservative traditions where marriages are arranged by parents, here women choose their husbands. If a woman likes a man, she holds his hand. If they agree, the marriage is registered right there. Interestingly, this festival is heavily attended by divorced women and widows, who are respected and free to remarry. However, the festival has a dark side. It has drawn international criticism due to the presence of underage girls, highlighting the ongoing struggle between ancient rural traditions and modern laws against child marriage. Number 8. The laws tourists often break. The secret rules that can land you in jail. Morocco is welcoming, but it is not the West. There are strict laws that catch travelers off guard. First, drones. Do not bring your drone to Morocco. It is illegal to import or fly a drone without a special permit, which is nearly impossible to get. Customs at the airport will confiscate it, and you likely won't get it back. Second, alcohol. Morocco produces 40 million bottles of wine a year, yet drinking in public is strictly prohibited. You can buy it in select stores or drink in licensed hotels, but walking down the street with a beer, that is a crime. But the most serious warning concerns LGBTQ+ travelers. Under Article 489 of the Penal Code, same-sex relationships are criminalized and can lead to prison sentences of up to 3 years. While tourists in big cities might face less scrutiny than locals, public displays of affection are dangerous. Morocco is a place where discretion isn't just polite, it is a legal survival strategy. Number 7. The most beautiful smell you will ever hate. A visit to the 11th century, and a test for your stomach. In the labyrinth city of Fez lies the Chouara Tannery, the oldest leather tannery in the world. The view is spectacular. Hundreds of stone vats filled with vibrant dyes, like a giant watercolor palette. But before you see it, you will smell it. The stench is overpowering, often described as a mix of rotting flesh and ammonia. Why? Because the process hasn't changed in 1,000 years, and neither have the ingredients. To soften the tough animal hides, tanners use a mixture of cow urine and pigeon feces. The ammonia in the bird poop breaks down the leather effectively. Brave workers stand waist deep in these fluids all day, kneading the skins with their bare feet. Guides will hand you a sprig of fresh mint to hold under your nose. Do not drop it. It is your only shield against the smell. Yet from this chaotic, smelly process comes the softest, most beautiful leather jackets and bags in Africa. Number 6, sheep brains and snail soup. If you think Moroccan food is just couscous, you are in for a shock. Head to the famous Jama El Fana Square in Marrakesh at night, and you will find a culinary fear factor challenge. The entry-level dish is babouche, a bowl of snail soup. These aren't the fancy French escargot and garlic butter. These are earthy snails boiled in a spicy herbal broth. Locals drink the broth as a medicine for digestion and colds. But walk a little further and the menu gets wilder. You will see entire sheep heads, ras, steamed and lined up on counters, grinning at you with teeth and eyes still intact. Nothing is wasted here. You can order a portion of the cheek meat, the tongue, or even the eyeballs. And for the adventurous, a sheep brain sandwich. The texture is soft and creamy, like tofu, often served with a spicy tomato sauce. It is a zero-waste culture that respects animals by eating absolutely everything. Are you brave enough to try it? Number 5, the paradise of olives and the taboo of the left hand. A culinary paradise with a very strict rule. Watch your hands. First, let's talk about the abundance. Morocco is the world's 3rd largest producer of table olives, right after Spain and Greece. Visit any local market and you will be overwhelmed by the olive souks. Here, olives aren't just a garnish, they are a way of life. You will see barrels stacked high with tens of varieties, from the bitter purple ones to the buttery green ones stuffed with almonds or fermented with harissa and preserved lemons. They are incredibly cheap, costing less than $2 per pound, and are served with literally every meal. In Morocco, cutlery is often optional. The traditional way to eat is using a piece of khobz, bread, as a scoop to pick up the tagine from a communal plate. Here is the rule you must never break. Use your right hand only. In Moroccan and Islamic culture, the left hand is traditionally reserved for personal hygiene, specifically, cleaning oneself after using the toilet. Therefore, the left hand is considered unclean, najis. Using it to touch communal food, shake hands, or hand money to a merchant is seen as deeply disrespectful and unhygienic. Even if you are left-handed, you will need to adapt. Watching a tourist reach for the shared lamb platter with their left hand is enough to make the whole table go silent. It is a small gesture, but in Morocco, it speaks volumes about your respect for the culture. Number 4, the Blue Pearl of Chefchaouen. The city that looks like a dream. Chefchaouen, the Blue Pearl. Nestled high in the Rif Mountains, far from the chaos of Marrakesh, lies a town where every surface is painted in mesmerizing shades of blue. From the ground to the roofs, the mailboxes to the plant pots, everything is washed in azure, indigo, and cobalt. It is arguably the most Instagrammable city in North Africa, but the reason for this color is steeped in history and sorrow. The city was founded in 1471 as a fortress to fight the Portuguese invasion. However, the blue color is a later addition, largely attributed to Jewish refugees fleeing the Spanish Inquisition and later escaping Europe in the 1930s. In Judaism, blue represents the sky and heaven, a constant reminder of God's power above. Painting the city blue was a spiritual act, turning the entire town into a place of prayer and peace. Today, locals keep the tradition alive for more practical reasons too. Some say the blue tint repels mosquitoes, who dislike the resemblance to moving water, while others say it keeps the houses cool during the blistering African summers. Whatever the reason, the effect is psychological magic. Walking through these alleys feels like walking underwater or floating in the sky, a calming sensory therapy that you cannot find anywhere else on Earth. Number 3, buried alive and the hammam culture. If you travel to the edge of the Sahara Desert near Merzouga in the summer, you will see a bizarre sight. Rows of heads sticking out of the sand dunes. This is samotherapy, sand bathing. Locals believe the intense desert heat, combined with the minerals in the sand, can cure rheumatism, arthritis, and back pain. The process is intense. You are buried neck-deep in sand that can reach 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 10 minutes. It feels like a sauna, but heavier. Attendants watch you closely to prevent dehydration. It is an ancient Berber cure that predates modern medicine. But for daily wellness, Moroccans go to the hammam. A hammam is not just a public bathhouse. It is the social heart of the neighborhood. In a country where private plumbing was once a luxury, this is where people came to get clean and gossip. The ritual is non-negotiable. First, you sit in a steam room to open your pores. Then, you apply Savon Beldi, a gooey black olive soap. Finally, a stranger or a friend will scrub you with a rough glove called a kessa. They scrub hard, peeling away layers of dead skin you didn't know you had. You leave the hammam feeling lighter, softer, and reborn. It is a place where social classes disappear. Everyone is equal in the steam. Number 2, the Gunpowder Games, Fantasia. The most explosive celebration in Africa, the Fantasia. If you are lucky enough to visit during a Musem, a cultural festival, you will witness a spectacle that looks like a war charge from the 17th century. Locally known as Taburida, from the word barud, meaning gunpowder, this is a UNESCO-recognized tradition that celebrates the Moroccan relationship with the horse. The premise is simple but dangerous. A troop of horsemen, dressed in dazzling traditional robes and carrying antique muskets, lines up at one end of a field. On a signal, they charge at full gallop. The goal is unity. They must ride shoulder to shoulder as one solid wall. Then, at the very last second, upon a scream from the leader, they must all fire their guns into the ground simultaneously. If done correctly, it sounds like a single, thunderous cannon shot. If the timing is off, the crowd will jeer. The smell of gunpowder, the thundering hooves, and the dust create an adrenaline rush like no other. It is not just a show. It is a display of discipline, spiritual connection, and the warrior spirit that defended this kingdom for centuries. Number 1, the king, the wealth, and the real cost of living. A wealthy kingdom with a surprisingly affordable price tag. Morocco is a land of contrasts. It is ruled by King Mohammed VI, one of the wealthiest monarchs in the world, with a fortune estimated at over $5.7 billion. Under his reign, the country has modernized rapidly. Morocco is home to the Al Barak, the first and fastest high-speed bullet train in Africa, connecting Tangier to Casablanca at 320 kilometers per hour. It also boasts the largest solar power plant on the planet. Yet, for a visitor or expat, the cost of living is amazingly low. While the country has billionaires and luxury yachts in the harbor, the average salary is modest. This makes it a paradise for digital nomads. You can rent a modern, furnished one-bedroom apartment in the city center for about $500 a month. A week's worth of fresh, organic groceries might cost you less than $30. This economic duality defines modern Morocco. It is a place where you can live a California lifestyle, surfing in the ocean, eating farm-to-table food, and enjoying high-speed infrastructure for a fraction of the California price. It is this mix of ancient soul and modern ambition that makes Morocco the jewel of North Africa. Morocco doesn't just offer you a vacation. It offers you a new way to see the world. It challenges your senses with the smell of tanneries and the taste of sheep brains. It challenges your logic with tree-climbing goats and sand baths. But most of all, it challenges your heart. From the silence of the Sahara to the chaos of the souks, this is a country that demands to be felt, not just seen. Now, I have a question for you. Are you brave enough to let a stranger scrub your skin off in a hammam or eat a snail soup on a street corner? And which of these 15 facts shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If this journey through the Kingdom of the West inspired you, please like this video and subscribe. We have many more adventures coming. Shukran, and see you in the next destination.